Well, Captain Marvel looks amazing. The Joker looks horrifying. Star Wars fatigue sets in at Disney, and is Marvel getting into the cereal game? And of course, the spoiler redacted season finale of Nomad of Nowhere. All this and more on Fandom Nonsense. That's coming up next.
Did you mean like cereal as in like a killer?
No, as in cereal.
Oh, like food?
No.
Like pour milk in it and eat it for breakfast.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
As in series? Cereal?
They have series. This is
Marvel doesn't. Not Marvel Studios.
they have a thing signed on with fucking Netflix on those shows.
No, that's a different...
Yeah.
I thought that
Marvel
was
TV.
Kevin Feige or whatever it is. You know, he's a part of that. Like they signed a deal with them to do that.
No, that's Marvel TV. Marvel Studios, which I guess we can lead in with that. Marvel Studios is actually working on a big budget streaming series
Yeah.
for the Disney service.
Coming out in the end of next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Variety is reporting that Disney is developing multiple limited series featuring characters from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Most notably, Loki and Scarlet Witch were listed as two of the shows in development.
They're getting their own show together.
Mm-hmm. Big budget, like...
That
I don't think
means
it's going to be together. I think it's probably going to be separate.
But
There might be multiples.
I don't feel like Loki has the ability to lead a show on his own.
I'm sure he does.
Oh, yeah.
That's like
Tom
the,
Hiddleston's Loki's one of the biggest characters in the MCU.
yeah, but him as a leading role is not a big thing in the MCU.
No, but...
I don't feel like he could lead a role on his own. I feel like he needs somebody else there with him holding the reins.
Oh, he definitely needs somebody to like rein him in.
He needs a Thor.
Yeah, he needs someone to play off
And
of.
yeah, but him by himself just I don't feel like that's gonna hold water. It's just gonna be too campy.
No, maybe not necessarily.
Same thing with Scarlet Witch. Honestly, they haven't given her enough like development or depth.
I mean, that's what a show's for.
True, you're not wrong.
Also, Scarlet Witch has enough backstory in her
Yeah.
literature.
Her dad's man. fucking Kevin Feige or whatever his name is, the guy that's running the MCU.
Yeah.
He came out with like this little thing where he's gonna be like X-Men is going to be moving over to Marvel Studios. They're
most likely.
He basically said, "How could you not, Fox? Like, come on, why would you not?"
It was I forget who the interview was with, but it was Bob Iger, head of Disney, and someone was asking, so what's going on with the Fox Marvel thing? Is Feige going to head up that transition, everything? And Iger said that that's really what makes the most sense. I don't want to speak out of turn because I don't want to, certain things have been said to Fox executives, but we don't want to have a separate Fox Marvel and main Marvel. So it hasn't been like said, yes, it's all going to be under one umbrella, but it looks like it's all going to be
They're
under
trying
one
to make
umbrella.
it. Yeah, and like they had said something about asking like, so what are you gonna do with Deadpool? And they're like, like
Is
we're
Deadpool
so
going to be the next Avenger? Is the question that was asked.
yeah,
Ah.
and they were just kind of like we're still trying to get it. We're still trying to take care of all this, but our writers definitely have a plan for everybody.
Yeah.
Like they're already prepared to move forward with the X-Men.
How would you put Deadpool in Avengers movie?
Man, first thing you got to do, Ryan Reynolds cannot not be Deadpool.
Oh, yeah,
And B, whenever he first gets in there, his first scenes, the moment that he goes to talk to somebody, he's just like, well, I don't fucking know why I'm here, but it bleeps out fucking, and he goes, what the fuck? And it bleeps that out, and he goes, fuck, shit, fuck, and it just bleep, bleeps. Is this Disney? Am I here now?
See,
They'd have to go more subtle with it.
Well,
They can't.
Something along those lines, though.
They certainly have to really subdue.
Yeah, they have to rein him in.
They'd
real
have to
hard.
bring in Deadpool's kid.
What, Fire Fist?
His daughter, yeah.
I mean, well, he brought his wife back to life, so they're probably gonna have a kid because they talked about it in Deadpool 2.
Right.
So they'll probably have a kid.
That's the only way I could see him
I mean,
feeling an obligation to not.
Have you watched? Have you ever seen any of the animated? It was in, I think it was Ultimate Spider-Man, the Deadpool Spider-Man episode, or fucking Hulk versus Wolverine. You see Deadpool in it too, and he doesn't cuss. Like, he doesn't have to cuss to be in it. He could still be vulgar in his own way.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, just being able to pull out a rocket, like, you can still be wacky and zany with Deadpool without using the R rating.
I think
It's totally doable.
Oh yeah, I think the thing that's going to be hard to get around is the fourth wall breaks.
Mm-hmm.
I think that doesn't work.
I mean,
in the MCU.
if I doubt that they
like
would
if
use
someone, can you imagine if someone turned to the camera during Infinity War?
Where we're just
No.
like, check this guy, this
Deadpool-
Thanos guy.
Deadpool's not a character that they use in stories like those.
I mean, in the
You don't
big
see
crossover-
Deadpool. You don't see
cross-
Deadpool in an Infinity War
No,
or
Dead-
in something huge like that.
Yeah, you do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Everybody's in the big crossover.
Right. And it's just with Deadpool, you have to make sure that his like B or C story is just running so far away from the A story,
Yeah.
but is paralleling it,
Yeah.
so where he can have his little pockets of
Yeah.
influence. And
He can
have
do his
like,
own little thing.
Yeah.
It's basically like in Infinity War, like he would be in Thor's situation. Like he's
Yeah.
off doing something else
Right.
to come back for the story.
Yeah.
Man, they could totally use Deadpool. They could. Oh man, once they actually have the X-Men and whatnot in the MCU, I'm so excited. I want to see I want to see a new Wolverine. I love you, Hugh Jackman. I love you. Big ups.
And it's not
You're lying.
No, it's
You
not.
love Hugh Jackman.
No, I love Hugh Jackman, and it's not an attachment to Hugh Jackman. I don't want to see a Wolverine for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
I want to see the Beast.
Yeah, I
I
want.
want to see Iceman. Be cool because he was never cool in the
I
movies.
liked Kelsey Grammer as Beast.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool.
He was perfect as Beast, honestly.
Right. We
He
haven't seen a
looked
cool
good
Iceman
part.
though
I
at
would-
all.
Oh yeah, that one dude who played him in the trilogy was.
He was shit.
I mean, him and Rogue both were shit.
They were too much angsty of their time. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, those movies are totally dated because of those characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, in the latest edition of the Marvel Visual Dictionary, there's been an update to Scarlet Witch's biography to say something along the lines of
with a complicated relationship with her brother.
no, whether the Mind Stone gave her powers or unlocked something that was already there.
Ah.
So they might be hinting towards mutants existing in the universe already, trying to set that up because Scarlet
Right,
Witch was
she's a mutant.
Yeah,
was
no.
part of the original Brotherhood of
Right, yeah.
Magneto took her and Quicksilver in,
Yeah.
and he took both of them in from this orphanage owner that was a pig woman.
Right.
He took them in, and she became a part of the mutants. That's how Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver originally came into everything, was being
Right.
a part of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Man,
There are a bunch of like auxiliary characters in the Marvel universe that aren't quite associated with X-Men or the Brotherhood of Evil that are mutants.
Yeah.
And got their,
I mean,
like,
they're-
all that really means is that you've got your powers
I mean,
through a genetic mutation.
Spider-Man's a mutant.
He's a mutate.
Well, yeah, he's a mutate, not a mutant. Who is a mutant then in Avengers, other than Scarlet Witch?
Nobody.
Nobody in Avengers.
No,
No.
nobody.
No. But
Okay.
there's like
And until
Auxiliary.
now,
Yeah.
the MCU Scarlet Witch has been retconned as getting her powers from the Mind Stone.
right.
But
She had her powers before the Mind Stone
she got them like from
because of the scepter being there with them.
Mhm.
Is that the same for her brother?
Yeah.
That's weird. I
That's-
don't like that.
But it looks like they're trying to work around that to where she can still be a mutant, and that would be super cool because I personally would like to see
That was never explained in the movie, so it could be easily like
Exactly.
skewed and changed.
exactly. But I would personally like to see a more classic Evil Brotherhood and X-Men, like the original 5. Keep it a small team and expand from there. Because if you start with a huge X-Men team,
You know they're gonna have to put out a new Wolverine if they do that, though.
eventually, but not. He's not one of the originals. So
So we have Storm,
Beast.
Iceman, Beast,
Hold on.
Jubilee.
was Jubilee one of the
I
first?
don't think so.
She was in the original show. No, she was in the updated show. She wasn't original.
I mean, the X-Men came out in like the 60s.
Yeah.
So what you have by the time you had cartoons in the 90s that is a completely
Was
different line.
Iceman an original?
Yeah, he's one of the originals. I think so.
I'm pretty sure.
You
you're
think
right.
they're gonna keep
Angel,
the same?
Iceman.
You think they're gonna get a new Professor X?
Oh yeah, they'll get a new everything.
Right.
The only thing that has any
I feel like that's gonna cause them trouble.
no, because those movies are trash. Marvel wants to.
They're
do
not
something.
all trash.
They're all trash. X-Men 2 is okay. First Class is pretty good.
Futures Past was not a bad movie.
It was all right. Apocalypse was absolutely horrible.
It was not absolutely horrible. It was not a good movie for the sake of story and everything that's going on, but it itself is not a bad movie. I've seen way worse movies. I can say worse Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
You could do that with
He has
anybody.
nothing but great movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from an action. I'm a cheesy, shitty action movie guy, and
Then why are
that's
we having
not
this argument, then?
that's not at the bottom of the totem pole though. It's not that bad.
But it doesn't even work as a cheesy, shitty action movie.
Does it not?
I can admit that Justice League, for the most part,
You think Justice League is better than Apocalypse?
probably.
You better say yes, because it's true.
I mean, it works better. It works better as a cheesy, fucking shitty action movie because it has bigger fucking set pieces in it.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I watched that movie right before a boat trip.
What? Which movie?
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And I didn't, you know, honestly, yeah, thinking about, I've only watched it once, so, but, and I enjoyed what I had watched, like, whenever I had watched it. Thinking about it, yeah, it wasn't that hype. It wasn't that hype at all. It was a lot of build-up to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I hated what they did with Angel and giving him the robot wings.
Yeah.
That was pretty stupid. They took a good character that they could have used in X-Men 3 and then reused him for a shitty plot points that didn't even mean anything. Okay, yeah, no, the movie sucked. I'm sorry, I had to think about it.
You're good.
I had to go through my own process.
The founding 5 members of the X-Men who appear in X-Men #1, issued in September of 1963, are Angel or Archangel, Beast, Cyclops, Iceman, and Marvel Girl, or Jean
Right.
Grey.
Yeah.
Professor X and Magneto also made their first appearance in this issue.
You know who's really cool? Emma Frost.
I mean,
in X-Men, she's fucking badass.
yeah.
Only thing, whenever I hear Frost, all I think of is Killer Frost from DC.
She's got this like weird diamond power. It's really strange.
Oh, she was in First Class.
Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah, she was in X-Men First Class. She was played by
Jenny
the
Ray Jones.
yeah, she was played by the same chick who was in Heroes that had like super strength and invulnerability.
Neat.
Yeah. That because all like one of the main scenes that I could ever make was in the trailer. You just see this girl walk up to shield people from bullets, and you just see her go. You good?
Yeah.
See her do this,
Yeah.
and you see her. You see a shitty CGI of her body changing to diamonds. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. No, oh god, dude. Did you know the guy that played Colossus
Hmm.
he wasn't in the first movie, but he was in the second and third movie for small parts.
Yeah.
And it was played by the same guy all throughout, and they tried to get the same guy to play Colossus for the Deadpool movie,
Mm-hmm.
but he said no because of
Yeah.
how crude and shitty. Well, not shitty, but
How Colossus of him.
right, right. That is exactly what I thought.
Yeah, because Colossus wouldn't want to be in a Deadpool movie.
No, I can't. Man, I honestly can't wait for a new Wolverine because I know it's not gonna be. At that point in time, Hugh Jackman wasn't a big name actor, was he?
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Was he? What
Yeah.
else? What else was Hugh Jackman in?
Prestige.
That was before. That was after
Yeah.
X-Men.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That
he
was way
in,
after X-Men.
He was in that movie where they're in Australia. Fuck.
Yep. Love that one.
What is that movie called? Doesn't matter. That was a big like Oscar contender nonsense movie he was in.
Big Oscar contender nonsense movie.
It might have been called The Outback or something like that. It was
I
something
don't
really
think
stupid.
I've never heard of that. I love Hugh Jackman. I feel like I would know. I can't. I know he was in stuff before it, but I can't remember what any of it was.
I mean, I was in when the first X-Men movie came out, so what was going on in Hollywood before that is kind of...
Damn, was I really 9 years old when the first X-Men movie came out?
Yes.
Good gravy.
Yeah.
You were a young little tot.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in theaters. It's like one of my first movie
How old are you, like
experiences.
6? How old are you? You're like...
I'm 47.
Okay, yeah, I'm 65, so you were a young little baby at that point in time.
I wasn't even alive yet.
Yeah, me either.
28 epochs.
Is that like a disease? Is that like chicken pox?
What?
I remember the first X-Men movie being one of my first movie-going experiences.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
And,
you are young.
Nightmare
Yeah.
Before Christmas
Blade.
over here.
Blade was the
El
first
Dorado.
R-rated movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, you're young.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Well, the main reason I remember seeing that movie is because whenever we went to go see it, it was at the movie theater where Old Navy is now, and whenever we went to go see it, we were the only people to go into it in the theater. Nobody else was there. It was the coolest shit in the world. I know I saw movies younger than that. I didn't see Nightmare Before Christmas in theaters.
Oh, yeah.
I still haven't seen that movie fully through now.
Really?
Yep. I don't care about that movie.
I don't either.
I think the first movie I ever saw, first R-rated movie at least, in theaters was Blade.
You know who owns Blade?
No.
Marvel.
Now?
They're Marvel Comics.
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah, they've always owned it.
Yeah.
Are they still? Do they own
I mean,
the rights to Blade?
What studio? I thought that was...
Yeah, I don't...
I think they own the rights to Blade. It's either that or Sony. I think it might be Sony.
I thought Fox had it, but I'm not sure.
I don't think it's Fox.
I think it's Sony.
It's not Sony. I think only thing Sony has is the
I'm
Spider-Man.
tired of you giving such negative opinions on this. It's not Fox.
No, I mean,
It's not Sony.
if it was Fox, we would know about it because it would be talked about with the acquisition.
True, but I doubt that anybody's ever going to use Blade for a team building experience. Dude, if they brought vampires into the Avengers movies,
Oh god.
fucking Captain America and Blade going on an expedition together. Dude, the only way I would accept that is if it was like old man Wesley Snipes. Old man Blade. Dude, I've seen pictures of old man Blade. Like in comics. Like he has like he looks like old man Static Shock kinda.
Right.
Have you seen like old man Static Shock with like he's got the beard and the
The
long
dreads,
dreads?
yeah.
Like that's kinda what he looks like too, and it's killer. It actually looks really good.
I feel like Blade could only hang out with the Marvel TV characters. They're the only ones that are like dark enough to, you know what I
You're
mean?
not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Blade and Daredevil could totally work together.
For
Blade
sure.
and Captain America could not.
No, that'd be strange.
So, Marvel's doing the whole streaming thing with Loki and Scarlet Witch and whoever else ends up in that. But one thing to consider is, like, there's only a limited time on the Sony deal for Spider-Man. We'll see if they keep that going. Obviously, there's a thing with the Hulk not being able to be in his own movie because Universal owns that, and all these different weird tie-ups. But Marvel has all of their TV rights.
Yep.
So any character that we can't get a movie out of, we could potentially get a series out of, and I would love, and I think that'd be a good place to explore things like the Sinister Six and things. I would
Spider-Man
love
TV
a
show?
Spider-Man
Live
stream-
action?
a live action
I mean,
Spider-Man
we're
show
getting-
with Tom Holland.
We're getting the Spider-Verse though. That's what we're getting for.
But that's Sony. That has nothing to do with
Oh,
Marvel.
that's not Marvel.
No.
That's straight Sony and nothing
that's
else?
Nothing to do with Marvel.
That's stupid. Why would they not? Why would they not cash in on having Marvel's influence?
Because
So they can make their own money.
well, and
They could work together and still make money. They did that with in
With
Civil
Homecoming.
War. They did that with Infinity War.
Yeah, movies like Homecoming and Far From Home, and Spider-Man in the Infinity War and Civil War is just licensing, but things like Homecoming and Far From Home are literally Marvel being like, we will make the movie for you, and you can make all the money from the movie, all the box office money. We'll do all the work. Just let us make the movie so we can do it right, and so they can actually use the character in the MCU. Marvel gets the merchandising from it, but Sony gets the box office.
Yeah.
And
They get all the box office from it?
Yeah.
Oh, Disney. Disney, you're so fucking cool.
Well,
No, they're a big monopoly, but at the same time, dude, they're still... The fact that they have the ability to be like, yeah, no, you can take all the money from the box office. Just let us have this. I think that's super
right.
cool.
It's more of an investment
honestly.
than anything. Though.
Yeah. I mean, overall, yeah, it's basically them inchworming their way towards
It's like
owning
insurance. It's
their
insurance
stuff
with their
again.
characters, yeah.
I mean, with multiple different companies owning different bits and pieces of things that they need, they're still making a better universe than DC can whenever everybody's under one umbrella.
Right. Speaking of that one umbrella, Blade was, up until 2012, when it reverted back to Marvel, was owned by New Line Cinema, which, of course, is a subsidiary of Warner Brothers.
Huh. Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird.
It is weird.
For it to be Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
Nonetheless, though, the Blade movies are fucking dope.
Yeah.
The third one's kind of eh.
Right.
Second one's also kind of... Second one's good. I'm sorry, second one's good.
First one was really, really
There,
good.
yeah, you say the second one was what?
The first one was really, really good.
Oh yeah, the first one was great. The first Blade movie was like one of the quintessential Marvel movies that ever came out. I'm pretty sure that's I think that's the first like big Marvel movie that ever came out.
That was one of the first ones. Of course, Blade's one of those franchises. If you don't know that it's from a comic, especially a Marvel comic,
I didn't know
Right.
that shit was a comic book until I was like 17.
Yeah, and for the longest time, I figured it was Dark Horse because
Yeah, because it seems like a Dark Horse
It
comic
totally
or an
seems
Image
like-
comic
yeah.
even.
It totally seems like Dark Horse or Image.
It reminds me of Spawn a lot in its tone.
Oh yeah, they have those movies have like all the same like lighting and colors
Yeah.
to it.
Very
No, I could definitely see how you could see like a Spawny vibe to it.
yeah, very very late 90s.
Yeah.
See, in retrospect, it seems like it's trying as hard as it can to distance itself from the Schumacher Batman vibe, since that was the most recent imprint of a comic movie.
Right.
But it hadn't been long enough to kind of let that settle to where you get things more like Nolan and everything, and Christopher Nolan, not also.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, you've been making these movies?
No, man. It's the other guy.
But-
You're fucking a sleeper agent on us right now? Like what?
But if I had to levy a complaint towards the Blade movies and Spawn and Hellboy and things like that, they're a little too try-hard, edgy.
Oh, yeah.
Hellboy's not Marvel, is he?
No. Hellboy is definitely, but then so is Spawn. They're both, I think, Dark Horse or the Image.
Dark
Spawn's
Horse.
not Dark Horse.
Spawn's Dark Horse.
Is he?
Pretty sure.
He's either Dark Horse or Image.
I mean, Dark Horse is owned by DC.
Yeah.
They bought them though, didn't they? Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's not
They
big.
were their own thing before.
and I don't think, is there, other than like some weird, because there are Marvel DC crossover events, but other than some weird crossover events, are they?
They've only been
in the same-
like 2 or 3 Marvel DC crossovers.
Yes, but it has happened. What I'm saying is, do the Dark Horse characters exist in the DC universe, or is it just
No.
They
Well,
have popped up.
Right. But for
In
the most part, no.
certain universes, they have popped up.
Right.
But overall, no, they are
Right.
their
They
own
don't-
separate
yeah.
thing.
You're not going to see the Goon in a
It's-
Superman comic.
It's
Yeah.
Image, by the way.
Image? Yeah.
Yeah.
It is Image
Yeah.
for Spawn?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. That's cool. It makes sense.
Todd McFarlane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I really like his artistry.
Mhm.
He's always been a really good illustrator.
Yeah. Same.
He designed a series of personalized Xbox controllers whenever the 360 first came out, and I got one of them, and it was fucking awesome.
That's cool.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I never had one, but I remember that shit.
They had ones with beasts on them,
Yeah.
and they had ones with Master Chief. I had a Master Chief one.
Oh. I totally did have one of those.
Yeah.
I had the Master... No, I totally had the fucking Master Chief one.
Right.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Todd McFarlane drew that.
I didn't even know that. Man.
So, did we all watch the Captain Marvel teaser and the Joker
I mean,
tease?
the Joker
I
was
didn't see the Captain Marvel.
The Joker
You
was a
see Captain-
teaser. The Captain Marvel was a full trailer.
No, that's a teaser trailer.
It was over a minute.
That's a teaser trailer. It doesn't really show anything. It's the first thing.
It showed plenty. Compared to the Joker trailer, it showed plenty.
That's a teaser trailer. A full trailer is going to be like 2.5 minutes long. It's going to show a lot more, have a lot more dialogue.
Well, I mean,
Show a lot more characters. There's like 3 lines of dialogue in the whole thing.
those two trailers are completely different.
Yeah, but the Joker isn't a trailer.
The Joker is literally just a teaser.
Yeah,
The Captain Marvel is a trailer.
is a teaser trailer.
Barely a teaser. That gave so much information compared to the Joker.
Yeah, but the Joker, they're not comparable. Like one is, it's not even really a teaser. It's just, it's like a little promo clip. Like
Oh,
it's
the
a reveal.
Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a reveal.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's
Which-
really not much to that. Yeah, there's a lot more to
Oh,
the
there's
Marvel
so
trailer,
much to that. Oh, goodness.
But the next one's gonna have a hell of a lot more.
Oh, Joker?
No, Marvel.
Oh, yeah. With that?
Yeah.
I really like how they're working with her. Like, I mean, the story of her is like she doesn't recollect everything that happened to her. Something happened to her before, and she doesn't remember her past.
Yeah.
And she's like a space marine of some kind of sort. I'm guessing.
Pretty much. She's in the Space Force, I think is what it's called. No, or is that Trump?
That's Trump.
No, led by Trump. No, it's
She's in the Trump Space Force. It's fine.
Star Force? What?
Space Force?
No.
Space Fleet? Star Trek?
What's the fucking name
I like
of
how
the,
you're trying. That's all that counts.
of the Kree like super elite thing
Oh.
that she's a part of?
Right. Fuck. What is that? I don't remember. The Krull? The fucking... No.
No, the Krull is
There's the shapeshifters.
Adam.
Oh.
Adam something.
Oh, Adam Strange?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Krull are the shapeshifters, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Skrulls.
The Skrull?
Yeah. That was right. Yeah, that's right.
Who are the Krull then? Do the Krull
I think the
exist?
Krull are the gold people.
Are they?
I think so. I'm probably wrong.
It's all so confusing. and
But
similar.
nonetheless, the trailer for Captain Marvel though, like, it went exactly how I expected to. It honestly, it felt like the Green Lantern trailer, like the old Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern trailer. That's the way that trailer felt to me in
God.
watching it.
That trailer got me hyped.
It felt
Yeah. that
yeah.
was so
Oh
hype.
yeah, no, I was super hyped about it. I was super hyped about Green Lantern too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not obviously Captain Marvel's gonna be better.
Right. I was talking about the Green Lantern trailer. I haven't seen the...
Oh,
Captain
yeah.
Marvel.
Oh, you haven't seen the Captain Marvel trailer?
Nope.
It's still like, oh yeah, no, it still got me hyped.
We'll show you.
Like
what
it basically it shows the whole like her getting into being in this job and everything, and her coming to Earth, and then her not remembering everything, and then it after that it flips over to her going to space and being in space and all this different stuff happening, and oh, it's fucking old Samuel Jackson,
Nick Fury.
or I mean, I'm sorry, young Nick Fury.
And Coulson.
It's Nick, and fucking Coulson. Oh my god! Before he takes his trip to Tahiti. Oh my god! I'm so excited for Coulson. I love his character.
Insane.
If you love his character, you need to watch.
Agents of
Shield.
Shield. I know.
I've heard that's shitty.
Yeah.
It's
same.
not that shitty.
Mm.
The first 2 seasons are not shitty.
I've heard it's like NCIS on a plane or something
Yes.
like that.
Yeah, it is. 100% it is. But Coulson's still the shit, and you still want to follow him and it's also 100% canon with everything else that's going on inside of the MCU. Samuel Jackson is in multiple parts of
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah, right. No, it's all.
Is Kobe Smulders in that?
Who's Colby Smulders?
She's Robin and How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah. She's in more of it than Sam is.
I figured. Huh.
Yeah, no, it's literally like, have you seen Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
At the
That was my favorite Captain America movie.
dude. Oh my God, same here. Like the first Avenger is probably my favorite introduction of an Avenger movie.
I don't know what it was. I just didn't like that one.
I love that movie.
Me too.
I love that movie. But during Winter Soldier, during the collapse of Shield, the season 2 finale of Agents of Shield is Shield collapsing because of that happening.
Didn't happen concurrently.
Yeah,
That's cool.
like it all works together in this fluent little web.
That's neat.
Yeah. Oh no, it's so nice. What were we talking about beforehand? I'm sorry, I got into that.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, Captain. Oh. No, what was the other character that we're talking? No, it was just Captain Marvel.
Well, and the Joker.
Yeah, I didn't want to get into that just yet
Right.
because I have a lot to say about that trailer, even though it's just 30 seconds of one thing.
I think Brie Larson was an excellent choice.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't know her.
She's in 21 Jump Street. She's in
I've only seen the movie once.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
Is she the main character?
No, she's
Right.
Envy.
Envy's the one that has the tickle spot under the knee.
No, Envy is the one that's dating the vegan bassist.
Oh, dating Superman.
Yeah, she's the lead singer of the Clash of Demons.
I don't remember her. I can't.
She was great.
I can't even remember her face other than Captain Marvel's face.
She's talking in weird porn voice the whole movie, and it's hilarious.
I remember that.
Should
But
so totally come.
yeah. No, I like her face for it. You know, honestly, my brain, whenever they first started talking about Captain Marvel, the first person that, like, the news and media started going around saying should be Captain Marvel was Ronda Rousey. The UFC,
She
the
can't
UFC
act.
chick.
Yeah.
Oh God, no,
She can't even fight.
I don't know. She can act super well. She's in WWE now, man. She fights on Raw every week.
Yeah, that's the epitome of
Exactly.
live
That's the
performance.
pinnacle of fucking acting. Look
She-
at The Rock. Tell me I'm wrong.
Look at Jesse the Body Ventura. He's a governor. Or was a governor.
I mean, he's been a governor. A lot of people have been governor. Fucking Clint Eastwood was the governor of Nevada. Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California.
Yeah, and they
He was
both
never
had
a
great
wrestler.
wrestling careers.
Yeah.
She was in Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I'll watch that tonight.
She was the main damsel in that movie.
Yes.
She was on Community for a few episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
She was.
that's a
on-
great show.
Yeah.
it is.
She was on The League for
Mhm.
a couple episodes.
Who's she in the league?
A character named Ashley. I'm trying to remember.
That didn't tell me Jack Diddley.
It doesn't tell me Jack Diddley either. Obviously, 21 Jump Street, Scott Pilgrim.
She can play a wide variety of ages.
Alright, anyway, so where were we?
Well, we were on our way past Captain Marvel to get into the wonder that was the 30-something second clip of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm so happy to say that I'm actually excited about a DC movie that's not Wonder Woman.
Yup.
The fact that it's the fact that they put it down as a standalone thing, I think already helped them.
Oh yeah. No burden of
Yeah.
trying to make it fit. But
It
Man.
seems like a really bold decisions are being made with the Joker, which I love. Because this is a character that's been told and retold so many different times. It's hard to find something new to say with it.
Yep.
And I think with the current climate of culture in America right now, you could say so many different things with the Joker, and I feel like they're going in a bold direction.
Yep, they're
with
taking
it
their own way with it.
in DC, let's not kid ourselves. DC, whether it's towards Marvel or their fan base, is incredibly reactionary. and the Joker seems like it could be a
That's one of the hardest characters to ever take and mess with.
yeah. But it feels like it's a reaction to Logan and Deadpool, and Venom's in that same line of these grittier, R-rated,
All on their own kind of thing.
yeah, more. And I think the Joker is a good character for Warner Brothers to take and do that kind of
Standalone
that kind of
world.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
make it really dark and gritty. And
In the trailer, a number one biggest thing for me was the fact that they used a Guess Who song,
yeah,
which was great. The laughing from the Guess Who is such a good song to use for the Joker, which I would have never expect. The color scheme of him, his suit that he's wearing even before they show him with the makeup.
yeah,
Like it's not even a suit. It's like he's last week I showed off pictures of him beforehand, like where he looks like a hobo, basically.
yeah.
And at the end, like the way that they're doing like the pictures, like they're showing like the moving pictures going over his face of him being the Joker and everything. It looks like they always any sort of newer adaptation that they do of the Joker, they show like types of the animated series Joker in the color scheme or and the style that they do, or they do like they always try to make it grittier and darker, but in this one he has more of a what's his name? Not Romero, maybe
Cesar Romero?
yeah, Cesar Romero. They have more of his styling into the way that the Joker looks.
Yeah.
Like it's
And they've stepped away from the green and purple.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah.
I
Well, I mean,
absolutely love.
They do it more with the lighting as
Yeah,
opposed
I mean his hair's definitely green.
to right.
It's not green.
It's green.
It's brown. It's the lighting that makes it green.
No, his hair is green. When he has the makeup on, his hair is green. It's dark green, but it's green.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the suit is more of a.
It's like a.
It's a.
It's like a
deeper red
dingy.
purple.
Yeah, it's a dingy red.
In which, honestly, for a movie, I think purple is a little bit too bold for live action. And I think he's supposed to be a stage clown or something, because I think this is pre.
Yep.
The chemicals and all of that, the makeup that we're
His
seeing.
name is Arthur something.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, the biggest thing, like, there's so much to unpack in just this trailer. The biggest thing from him that I loved was right after the music says, "You were laughing," and like it cuts to him in the makeup. You see him sitting there just smiling, fucking cheesing it, so happy. His teeth are just perfect. His teeth look so, like, the fact that they're not perfect makes it better. You get it,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah, and the Joker is a mobster to a point. There's so much of him that is mobby.
It depends on what Joker.
True, but what you see in the trailer is him doing that laugh, like you see him smiling and like him laughing to himself. You see him laughing and like doing that to himself, and then you just see his eyebrow lift, and you just see as it goes down. As you see his eyebrow go down, you see his smile stop, and him just look at the camera, like.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
But one of like that's one of the quintessential movies of my life. And there's one scene where all the people in the psychiatric place are just having a hoot, holler, and good time, and it cuts to Jack Nicholson, and it's like a good 5-10 seconds of just Jack Nicholson making a few facial expressions, looking around, and you get an entire thing without dialogue of just his facial expression. You can get so much out of just somebody's face. And in the trailer, like the moment that it cuts to him having the makeup on, you see him sitting there smiling, and at first it's just, oh, he's just the Joker smiling with the makeup on. He's just smiling. Oh, it's cool. And then you see the eyebrow lift. that eyebrow lift changes the whole mood.
Mm-hmm.
The moment that eyebrow goes up and you see his face go from to...
Joaquin Phoenix is so goddamn talented.
He is such a good fucking actor.
Yeah.
I love Joaquin Phoenix. I feel like he was the best choice in face and in acting ability. Like, no, he was spot on. I wish he was our Suicide Squad Joker.
I wouldn't want him associated with that.
No, me neither. I wish Suicide Squad was a different movie than what it was, honestly.
Like a Batman movie, and not Suicide Squad at all.
No,
that actually would have been a lot better in the context of Batman.
If it was an animated movie, if it was like the animated movie, I would have liked it more. I mean, the animated movie still had that edgy thing to it that made it dated too.
I mean,
it was still better.
It's among probably one of my least favorite animated movies.
Oh, same.
Assault on Arkham and whatever the sequel was, I can't remember now.
You haven't seen the sequel, have you?
I thought we watched it.
No, I watched it by myself. I told you about it.
I can't remember now.
Because it's the sequel to it follows Reverse Flash's story after Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah.
Like the main bad guy of it is Reverse Flash, and the entire time you see him in it, he's basically using his power in the Speed Force to keep himself alive. Throughout the entire movie, he has the bullet hole in his head from Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah.
He has that bullet hole, and he's using using the Speed Force to keep himself alive and to change that history so he stays alive.
Right.
Like, like what? What?
That was very interstellar.
Yeah.
Time manipulation.
Like it doesn't
relativity type
like
stuff.
it doesn't make sense at all. But for the second Suicide Squad movie is better.
Is it better?
Oh yeah, I like the first one though. I really like the first one, but the second one I think is better. For the squad, you get to see the squad again.
So, one last thing before we go. After episode 9, we'll be getting a slowdown in Star Wars, at least cinematically. We'll probably get there's quite a few things that are being teased for the streaming service next year. But in a recent interview, the same interview where he talked about the Kevin Feige Fox Marvel thing, Bob Iger said that pretty much took the blame for Solo's flop and putting it out too soon and not giving enough space between that and The Last Jedi and
that's cool
fatigue that's setting in with Star Wars. So I think that's
to take that blame is really that's honorable. Honestly,
yeah,
I think that's a cool thing to do. Like, this movie wasn't bad, it was just timed badly between Deadpool and Infinity War.
Yeah. I mean, too soon after The Last Jedi. I mean, The Last Jedi had just come out on Blu-ray like a month before.
Yeah.
And then you have Deadpool.
Yeah. People are still sucking the Marvel dick in other dick places.
Mm-hmm. And, honestly,
It worked.
No,
Sure.
It's... badly.
It's incredibly fan servicey. Way too fan servicey.
Han?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just the focus on the dice,
Yeah.
as an example.
That's something I said in a way earlier podcast was that the movie was basically just following the dice because of The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm. But honestly, I enjoyed it. I personally thought it was a much better movie than Rogue One. As far as just a fan service movie that just exists to answer one little question.
Yeah, even though you knew, in both those movies, you knew exactly how, you knew how things were going to happen.
Mm-hmm. I just enjoyed the ride more in Solo.
In Solo, you didn't know exactly how everything was going to go down. Mm-hmm. You didn't know this story.
Right.
These were things that we actually, as I had said in an earlier podcast, I wanted to see the Kessel Run.
Yeah.
I wanted to actually see shit like that happen. The bond between Chewie and Han.
Yeah.
I love to see that too. You know, in episode 7, that's probably my biggest, like, that's probably my favorite part about that movie, was the bond between Chewie and Han that you got to see.
I like that it wasn't just cookie cutter. Han saves Chewie's life. It was like
Yeah.
his motivation seemed very Han in that whole
Right.
experience. He wasn't just outwardly altruistically trying to save.
Yeah, it
Chewie.
just kind of
was like-
happened.
yeah, it was.
He's still
It was
an
natural.
outlaw.
Yeah.
He just still kind of saved somebody's life at the same time.
Right. He's not an asshole. He's never like
Yeah.
outwardly trying to fuck anybody over.
Yeah.
He just has very specific goals
Oh,
that may fuck you over if you get in his way.
Han was never looked at to be as a bad guy. It was just that he has his own motives. He has his own thing that he has to do.
Right.
They're not technically good, but they're not technically bad.
Yeah.
He's like in that middle ground. That's where he is as a smuggler.
Yeah.
And he's definitely in the middle ground. He definitely skews more towards the good side.
Yeah.
It's just he doesn't have any obligations
Mm-hmm.
to it.
And character, another thing with Solo, character development wise, Lando.
Mm-hmm.
They gave a lot for Lando in Solo. The love interest between him and the robot.
Yeah, that was curious.
Like the whole like I know he's not saying anything, but he's totally into me kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
I love that. I love that a lot. It was different.
I personally ship Han and Kira before Han and Leia any day.
Yeah.
Mm.
I believe that relationship.
Was that
way-
her name?
Yeah, way more than I ever believed Han and Leia in the movies. But I think it's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Like,
That was his true love, and
well,
Leia was just kind of his second guess.
I don't know if true love is the thing, but I mean, obviously,
Young
by the-
love.
by the time you get to,
Empire?
no, not Empire, Force Awakens, who knows how long.
It's
Han and
10-year
Leia
gap
had-
between the two, wasn't it?
What?
Was it just a 10-year gap between the two?
30
Oh, wow.
between 6 and 7.
Yeah,
Yeah, 30-year gap.
that makes much more sense.
Yeah, and Ben Solo was born a year or something after the events of Endor, so who knows how long it was, but it probably wasn't that long. And Han was probably gone before he was even born.
Leia totally got impregnated at, like, next to some Ewoks.
Oh yeah, it happened. It definitely
Oh,
happened.
yeah.
They
that
definitely
night.
propped her up with an Ewok.
Oh, yeah.
It might be Luke's.
Oh my god.
No, she knew at that point.
So
They wouldn't...
somehow she's always known.
Oh,
I
that
forgot
is
about that line.
Such a...
That puts a wrench in everything. God, space Mississippi.
Man,
Oh, thank
speaking
God.
of the thought of like the one flew over the cuckoo's nest, the whole like a long pause of just silence and just like going over somebody's facial expression. Whenever fucking Leia tells Han that Luke is his brother
Yes.
or is her brother, and his face, he just goes. Like so many emotions
it's
happen on
it's
Harrison
like-
Ford's
It's
face
like, oh
during
good,
that
they're not
moment.
gonna fuck. Oh wait, they kissed. Oh wait, they kissed. Wait, what?
Like, oh yeah, oh, like it was like, oh good, that means she's mine. Wait a second, they kissed. Wait a second, what? Holy shit, what? Like just freaked out, and she just goes in for the kiss, and like even as they're kissing, you still see his eyes and his
Like
eyebrows
terror.
going. Yeah, you still see the terror of what?
Doesn't he even like they go in for the kiss and then he backs away and he does a double take on her. Yeah.
Like he's still thinking about it. Like, shit, bitch, you crazy. Like, no, he's just my brother. It's fine.
I don't think Han ever would have gone for Leia had he not had the thing happen with Kira in Solo.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a cool thought. Honestly. What if they were both working for Darth Maul? But he's not Darth Maul anymore, is he? He's not a Darth anything.
He's just Maul.
He's just Maul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, right. That's I feel like that sounds way more menacing than just than Darth Maul.
Their whole race is just awesome. That whole
Yeah.
planet is just so fucking
we talked
cool.
about it before, but they were supposed to be a game from EA that was gonna be about Darth Maul and his planet.
Badass.
Yeah, and it getting destroyed by the dark side. And you following him to become the apprentice of Sidious. I wanted. Oh man, that would have been so cool.
God damn it.
They barely even edged on it in Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but that whole
Oh,
That
him
arc.
and his brother.
with
I mean, it's peppered all through Clone Wars.
Yeah.
when they first, what is his name? The yellow
Savage.
Savage,
Savage
yeah.
Opress.
Yep.
His brother.
Oh my god, that whole
They're
Yeah, the whole thing between them is
That
great.
arc is
All the
fucking
way to
amazing.
his death is so well done.
yeah.
And then him coming back in Rebels,
Mhm.
also so well done. And to give him, they gave Maul the ending he deserved
Yeah.
in Rebels, and showing fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi and him make that one final move against each other.
Have you finished Clone Wars
I have.
yet? You need to jump on to Rebels.
Okay,
Oh, whoops!
that's cool. No, I already knew about that. Him fighting.
That
I've already seen that scene.
Oh yeah, it was. We showed it in one of the first episodes of Fandom.
yeah.
We showed it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We showed that.
we were talking about it. I played it
Oh, that's cool.
in the TV.
That's honestly probably in my top 3 lightsaber fights in all of.
That's
all
not
of
even
the
a
games.
lightsaber fight.
Yeah, it is, and it's fucking perfect.
That's a mental
That's what makes
fight.
it. That's
It's
what
not
makes
even
it
a
so
it's not
good.
even a lightsaber fight. There's one touch of lightsabers
That's,
in there.
That's what makes it so good.
Oh,
That's more realistic to how
Yeah.
sword fights actually happen.
Right.
So like people don't cross swords more than twice.
Right.
oh, they had that big moment together. Like yet again, going back to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Fucking like
Way
the
back here.
the moments of the moment of just the facial reactions of things and seeing them. Maul knew that he was not about to win. Maul knew that he was about to die. You could see it all over his fucking face.
Yeah.
He didn't want to win.
Mm,
He didn't want to win at all. He knew what was going on, and he knew that he just wanted to antagonize Obi. He was ready to die. He was ready for it to be over. That's why at the end of it all, fucking, he was like, this boy's gonna bring balance. He's gonna save us all. And Obi's just like, yes. And I like there's just such a big
Yes.
moment between them.
Yeah.
Maul knew what was going to happen between the two of them. He wanted what was going to happen between the two
I
of
don't
them.
think so.
I do.
He wanted to kill. He wanted to kill Kenobi.
I feel
He
like he wanted to die more than he wanted Kenobi to kill.
He wanted his revenge on Kenobi. That's his entire. That's Maul's entire motivation. After he gets out, he's fueled by the rage of his hatred for Kenobi. He tracks Kenobi down to kill him, and it's just the most amazing interplay for me because I like the samurai aspects of like those old Nawazaki is what I'm thinking of.
Yep.
Those
Kurosawa?
Old, yeah.
Yeah.
All those old fucking samurai films that are a huge influence on the old Star Wars movies.
Right. There's an episode of Clone Wars that is verbatim
Yeah.
Seven Samurai.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love that episode.
Man, a big thing about that, a cool thing about that fight as well, is you see, like as they're about to fight, you see Obi go into his Clone Wars stance that Ewan does,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you see him do that, and then you see Maul go into his stance, and as he goes into his stance, you see Obi go and do this little thing that he always does, and then you see him change and switch into the stance that he does against Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That little switch that he does is just, it's prime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so nice.
I think
There's so much fan service within everything, and it's such small little hints of it. Oh, God, blow the load.
I don't think that's necessarily fan service as much as it is character development.
Wait, dude, it's tomato, potato.
No, not at all.
No?
No. Fan service is wink nod, hey, here's this thing you like.
Right, like tits.
I mean, I'm saying they work together within themselves.
Yeah,
the
but
fan service is the character development itself.
No,
Right.
I don't think so.
Everything they're doing is fan service.
No, I
with
don't.
it.
I don't think that him taking his classic stance is fan service. It's, hey, we're getting closer to this period in the timeline. We need to transition Obi-Wan from his Clone Wars
Posh commander.
vibe to his hermit, like the style that he has, and make it seem like it's the same character. Fan service is
If you were to cut
putting Obi-Wan and Kenobi and fucking Darth Maul in the episode.
Yeah.
right.
Bringing Darth Maul back, well, as good as it was done, it is fan service.
Yeah.
Little details like that aren't really.
Okay, no, I agree. To me, as a fan, I still feel like that's servicey for me, though. I blow my load on that every time I think about it. It's so nice. It's so well done.
Well, while we clean up Aaron's load, we'll be right back with the first word.
Oh yeah, the first word. Man, so has anybody else watched Hardcore Tabletop other than me?
Nope.
God, you guys sucked so many dicks.
Well, sorry.
Well, things are starting to take a turn in Hardcore Tabletop.
For the worse or better?
Well, the left side of the table, which was Jeremy, Matt, and Ryan, have all disappeared, which sucks super hard because I wanted Jeremy to win everything. But my main man, Alfredo, you know who Alfredo is?
Nope.
Neither of you really know who Alfredo
I know
is.
who Alfredo is.
Okay. He is in the lead now. He has taken... Alright, Jack, in all of Achievement Hunter, Jack has always just won things. He's always just been better.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody in the beginning of all this has just wanted Jack to lose. But Jack has been on top of everything. And once you get in a certain point of Monopoly... Whenever you have a lot of spots on the board and everything.
Yeah.
At first, jail is not a place you want to be because you're not able to get stuff.
But then as soon as
Once you hit a certain spot and you have stuff, you want to be in jail so that you don't
have to pay
you don't
anybody.
have to go land on other people's spots.
Right.
And you're fucking. He goes to jail. Fucking Matt's the last person to leave. Alfredo goes to jail, and, he has the most money. He doesn't have the most spots. Jack has the most spots to land on. Alfredo goes to jail, and, he's safe in there. Jack ends up landing on one of his spots, has to give him $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
He gets out of jail, and then the first roll that he makes, he lands on go to jail again. And, man, you have to see Alfredo. He's in this orange jumpsuit. Basically, I think it's orange. It's orange or red, and every single he goes to, in this episode he goes to jail 3 times in a row, and every single time you just see him just sit there go, I've been rooting for Alfredo the whole time. He's becoming, it's between him and Jeremy as to who's my favorite character in Achievement Hunter right now, but fucking, I really hope Alfredo wins this. I think he's gonna win it. But I really hope he wins it. And this money is actually going to whoever wins it. It's not just a show thing.
Right.
I'm so excited. So excited.
Not watching much Achievement Hunter, but seeing them in a lot of other things. Right now, it's between Trevor and Jeremy for me.
Trevor's the owner of it.
Yeah.
Trevor runs it.
Yeah.
Trevor's the runner of it all.
I'm aware of this.
I know. Oh my god.
I'm saying who my favorite people in Achievement Hunter are. Right now, it's Trevor and Jeremy.
Honestly, voice-wise, whenever I'm doing Let's Plays and stuff like that, Trevor's the first person that I think of whenever I'm doing stuff like that. The way he talks is just so smooth. It's so well done.
I know you watched it. I watched it last night. Have you seen Arizona Circle?
You
No.
finally watched it?
Yeah.
You
is
haven't
that
watched it?
that's
It's the
sketch
Funhouse
comedy?
show.
Comedy show.
Damn, I haven't seen it yet.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's
30 minutes. I've watched it 3 times now. Oh man.
cool. And you're gonna pack it better for me because that's a hard thing to dissect in one.
Oh
viewing.
yeah. Oh yeah. You have to like it's one of those things. Like every time you watch it, you find new things about it
Mhm.
that are going on. It's basically. Have you ever watched Portlandia?
Yeah.
Portlandia and Whitest Kids You Know on mescaline.
Okay.
Basically,
a little bit of Mr. Show, Birthday Boys in there.
basically, it's like there's one story that's going on, and the story is Blaine he fell and he broke his spine, but they're not. The doctors and everybody aren't worried about him. They're worried about his pants.
Yep.
And they're trying to make sure his pants make it through surgery and they survive, even though he soiled himself. But at the same time, like they start talking about that, like they're in the hospital and all this is going on between them, and then as they go to do a scene change, and the way the scene change works is they pull up this small little TV,
Oh.
and as this TV pops up, it goes and closes in onto that,
Mr.
and then it
Show
shows,
as fuck. Mr. Show as fuck.
and then it shows cucks, not cops,
Cucks. Yeah.
but it's the exact same like styling.
Right.
It's cucks, which is about husbands
Finding
who
their wives or
hire other people to
Right.
come and fuck their wives while they watch, and it's basically about these cops who try to catch these guys. Like it's basically about it's basically just about cops who find these guys.
Why is that
and-
illegal?
What? It's not illegal, but it's fucking weird, as Blaine says. But then it cuts back to the hospital situation going on, and it's showing like them trying to not nurture their friend because he's still passed out, but and then it clips it cuts back to that, cuts back to Blaine and everything, him being almost dying and them trying to save the pants, and then it clips to another thing. Like it basically just keeps clipping to other little scenes. It's,
Right.
it's a whole bunch of small little skits.
Okay, so there's an A story and then
a
every
whole
few
bunch
minutes
of B
they'll-
stories.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that does sound a lot like Portlandia in that aspect.
Yeah, but it's every single thing is the same cast.
Hmm.
There's not other people. It's everything that's done is by the same cast.
Right. Oh.
It's really good, honestly. The more I've watched it, the better it's been.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it after we get done with this.
The last thing of it, everything is going seamlessly. The
Jesus.
fucking pun. No, they save the pants. Bernie saves the pants. Cause he just he's like, he didn't make it, but I saved the pants. And everybody starts cheering, and it goes back to Bernie, and he goes, "I'm such a great doctor," and he walks off screen. But at the very end of it all, it's in the middle of the night, and you see
Why his pants? Did
What?
they ever explain why his pants?
Nope,
Are important.
no. But at the very end of
That's
it all,
what makes a good comedy.
at the very end of it all, you see his pants laying there in the hospital bed. You hear the beating heart monitor, and before that, in the credits, you see Blaine in the trash can, with his arms out, just leaning over the trash can, dead. And at the end credits, at the very end of it all, you see the pants get up and walk over towards the trash can to see a dead Blaine, and you see the pants unzip, and the camera through the pants unzipping is looking at Blaine, and then it does a front shot of the zipper, and it says everything is going seamlessly.
I don't think I saw that part. I guess I cut it out when they went to the credits.
That was post credits.
I didn't know there would be a post credits thing. That's cool.
Whew.
Oh man, no, but there are so many small skits that all work with each other. They needed a donor for the legs, for the pants,
Of course they did.
and one of the small skits is the Banana Bunch, and one of the members of the Banana Bunch end up dying, and those are the leg donors for the pants. Like it all works together, and it's all small form and facet. But overall, it's just a whole bunch of small skits that don't mean jack diddly. It's the Banana Bunch was super good though. Buck was my dude. I think it was Buck. I think his name was Buck.
Be a weird name to make up.
Whether by you or Rooster Teeth. Oh.
I thought there was going to be a post-credit sequence in Nomad.
Oh, we're getting there now, are we?
Yeah.
I was hoping. I was really happy that there wasn't. We got everything we needed at the
Oh, for
end
sure.
with El Rey.
I just wanted a little bit more comedy with the stones waving at you at the end.
Okay.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Right.
Honestly,
Just like
thinking
a little-
about that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're at Nomad.
We're at Nomad.
Ooh,
What a finale.
You're right.
what a finale,
Oh my god.
man!
This episode put this up in my top 5 RT shows. Like
Yeah.
this, I was already starting to really love Nomad, but this episode just catapulted everything.
Man, seeing whenever God, I can't remember the scene exactly, but everybody was cheering and clapping, and then it cuts to the Nomad just going,
Right.
And then that just face change, just
yeah,
uh,
yeah. Seeing him, like I was already expecting that to happen as everybody was clapping, but whenever they cut to him and it showed him just sitting there going,
slow clap.
Yeah,
like,
when he's sarcastic
you
applauding.
you
the
know
Don.
what the fuck is going on with every single clap that he's doing.
Yes. Oh my god.
And then,
Oh.
and then the
That shit gave me cold chills
Banners.
just as it's giving me cold chills right now as I'm clapping.
Speaking of goddamn cold chills, fucking El Rey
Ah.
might be RT's best villain.
yeah,
We don't even.
he's really good.
We
yeah,
don't
we don't
even-
know anything about him, but just in that one introductory scene,
Oh yeah.
that was
was
so
terrifying.
bone chilling.
Maybe I was upset
Yeah.
or angry or
Yeah.
whatever he
Maybe
said.
I was a little upset.
Yeah.
And
I'm hungry.
and now Toth is going to be the one going after.
I am happy that I was wrong about the past 2 weeks of what I was saying. I am happy about that.
I was right about Don dying.
Yeah.
One thing that none of us talked about was, oh my god, Red Manuel.
Yeah.
Like his
His
whole,
development. He
yeah,
is
his whole little
actually-
bit that he had whenever fucking Scout told him
You're a dick.
like you're exactly like he was like
Oh.
oh
Oh my god.
nobody's ever like put it that way, and then she shot him through the cannon.
Right.
I'm
He was
happy she felt bad about that. I'm happy
Right.
she actually like came back and like made a comment of like, oh well I did do that. Oh
I don't think
But-
it was her feeling bad. It was
No,
her.
she was
that
like
was her being,
realizing she contributed.
contributed, yeah.
yeah.
But his whole moment of
like
realizing
he's
that
gonna-
he had been a dick
Yeah.
and then immediately getting fucked over, like
You think he's gonna come back and be a good guy?
I think he's gonna be a little bit more complex next season.
Yes.
If we do see him some more.
You
'cause
know what?
The
Honestly,
last character I thought to have more like to get depth into him,
yeah.
that they just fucking they curveballed us
Mhm.
in this last episode with him.
I mean,
Why is
our,
nobody
Because he was just like, whoa,
Spent-
I am a dick.
Yeah, he spent his whole life trying to have the position of power, but he never made the connection that nobody's gonna respect you unless you act respectfully.
right.
Yeah.
And then
Honestly, at this point, I can see Red Manuel getting redemption before I can Toph.
yeah,
Toph's gonna end up getting super bad.
Todd straight up
She's-
threw an axe at
Toph's gonna
yeah,
get
yeah.
magic
Yeah.
from El Rey.
Yeah. You're right. For sure.
I know.
You're absolutely right.
Toph's gonna end up being one of the close to main bads that we end up seeing. I
Mhm.
think.
Yeah.
Which is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have rather her died. Like, oh my god, I'm not excited, but super excited for what they're about to do with her.
I'm so excited for it
Yeah.
because she has an established relationship with one of the main protagonists.
The way that they showed her at the end of the season,
Mhm.
showing her like beaten up and like walking up to see the El Rey Crow,
Mm-hmm.
and like she was like, I made the like El Rey was like, I made the mistake of choosing you, but this bitch.
Right.
I can't remember what he
Tots
said.
was like, fuck it up, Nomad in full rock armor.
Yeah, well, like his
Yeah.
little blocks that you see, and you see
Yeah.
them all like falling
Yeah.
apart one by one.
She's just punching stones. Like,
Mhm.
God.
Oh man, his way of defending himself and fighting back was awesome.
Yeah.
Like having an entire army like make a shield around him and make a stone armor like that.
Mhm.
Like that was really cool.
Yeah. It's really illustrated how he can be dramatically powerful.
Yeah.
And why you can see him as being a threat.
Right.
Because up until this point, he's been. you
It's
know,
just been small gimmicks.
Yeah, it's been more about him being clever
Mhm.
or him being.
I mean, this was still him
Ingenious.
being clever.
That's true, but it also illustrates the fact that he can be imposing,
Like,
powerful.
yeah.
and-
With the power that he
His
that he
cleverness,
has.
his cleverness is more powerful than they've shown.
Yeah.
He's able to do more with these small things than has been shown before.
Yeah. It's just that he needed to get to this point in his path where he was able to rationalize fighting,
Mhm.
because up until this point he's existed to be a defender of,
Yeah.
of Melinda, and
I want to see the outcome of the stone that's inside of him.
I mean, that's just when he does something good that glows.
There's got to be a
whenever he
reason
defends
for
somebody,
it.
it glows because that's
Yeah.
why he was animated.
But
Yeah.
there's not been shown a reason as to. There's got to be a reason of the glowing.
When
Like
he
there,
does something good,
it's-
he glows.
but I'm saying along the lines of, is that making him more powerful?
I don't think so. I don't think.
But for it to not have any reason, I feel like is pointless.
But it does have a reason.
I think it's just indicative of him, like, achieving his purpose,
Yeah.
which was to protect people, specifically Melinda.
I
but
feel
in a
like
grander
I feel
sense.
like it's making his power grow.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Because his power isn't growing.
I mean, you've seen his power go from the small time things that he was doing.
That's not. He's
That
just
seemed
like-
like a matter of him deciding what he was going to animate.
yeah.
Like, before he didn't want to fuck anything up any more than he already was.
Right.
That's why he didn't want to animate the wheel, because it was such a large object
Yeah.
at first, and he knew something might go wrong with it.
Right.
And
I really feel like that there's a bigger scheme towards that jewel that he has.
I really don't want to see the Nomad get more power.
No. Maybe it's not a thing of him getting more power, but that jewel itself has more power within itself. Like there's something more going on with that jewel that's there with the things that he's doing. He's gonna get a burst of energy or something, or a burst of magic through that.
See, that's what I don't. I don't want to see an OP Nomad.
Then what if he gives it to Scout?
Then he would die. That's the thing that's animating him
Right.
and making him live.
it might end of series have something to do with, like, the amulet just sort of not being in use anymore, and him, like, leaving the scarecrow body.
I know that there's got to be more to it. Like, they wouldn't just keep showing it off like that unless it had a meaning other than just he's doing a good thing.
But that's the meaning in there. That's what they showed in whatever episode it was that they did.
And you saw
We
like
did-
back.
You
Yeah,
saw,
we didn't
like,
know
three-
that was the case until we saw that the amulet
which
inside of him.
Right.
which should mean that it would mean more coming into this next thing. In this last episode, we saw it happen like 3 times.
Yeah,
Because he kept defending people.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like that it's going to make him stronger, even if he doesn't use it for more than he could use it for.
Well, he's only got the one magic ability,
Right.
it seems.
And he wasn't even supposed to have that. That was just a side effect of.
Of
Yep.
him having the amulet inside of him.
Right.
It just makes him stronger in doing that then? Because, I mean, before he wasn't just clapping a few times and creating an army to make a stone golem for himself around him.
But there's nothing to say that he couldn't have done that then.
Yeah.
It would have taken more for him to do it. It would have taken a lot more claps.
Would it have?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how this fucking stone works right now.
Right.
I wish I did. I really think that that's boosting his magical energy.
And it's not. I don't see the manifestation of that. Like he's doing more because he's being more proactive in these last few episodes.
I mean, just because
but
he doesn't
he's
know
still-
it doesn't mean
he's
it's not
still
true.
Just clap and bring
Yeah.
something to life. He's just
Deciding
doing-
to do it to different things.
right. And like I said, being more proactive with it and doing things like the armor and stuff. I just don't think that, at least so far, that the glow has had anything to do with his abilities.
His
as
magical
far as,
persona and everything.
Yeah, as far as like making him stronger or anything. It's just him fulfilling his purpose. Maybe in that moment he may have some kind of boost of energy or something, but I don't think it's anything.
So
any kind of
light
level
itself
up or
is
something.
just for him fulfilling his purpose.
I mean, I think it's something to the audience more than anything.
Right.
Can we talk one thing that upset me about this episode?
It's like Yang's eyes turning red.
Right.
Yeah. One thing that's super... Can we give our fucking morning love for the pinata that should have not died that
Oh.
quickly?
Oh. Yeah, Pinata had a lot of
That got
personality.
decapitated so quickly.
And then Nomad looks him in the face.
Yeah. And, God, the sadness between the two of
The
them.
fucking confetti that fucking
Yeah.
red confetti blood. Oh man.
He did not deserve that. He should. Whenever I saw in the episode before, whenever he rides in on the pinata horse, I was so expecting to have more of him.
On the Pinata.
And then watching that shit happen and watching him go down so quick,
Yeah.
that made me sad.
Yeah,
That made me so sad.
As entertaining as I thought Don Paragon was, I'm glad that
Oh,
we lost him in the first season.
There's
Because he doesn't have enough depth to
Oh.
really continue anymore.
yeah, definitely not.
You've made all the jokes you can really make with him. Like, obviously, he's compensating for his own sense of, like, I don't know, impishness.
Right.
Yes.
He's a bitch. He was a bitch ass. And now he's
He
dead.
didn't mean anything.
Yeah. No.
Right.
Toph was who he needed to be.
Right.
Yeah. Really, Don Paragon just exists for establishing El Rey because
Mhm.
nothing establishes a villain or a big bad better than just unceremoniously killing off an underling.
Right.
Like when you have a big bad who's just, you didn't do what I want, and it's so impartial and menacing. Just like, no, you failed me. I'm going to literally eat you to death with a murder of
A
crows.
murder of crows.
Which, by the way, Nomad is a scarecrow,
Right.
and El Rey manifests
Yes.
or sees through
Of crows.
crows. Yeah,
A whole murder of them.
that's pretty fucking clever. But
There's triple entendre there.
Yep.
I guess.
yeah,
Man.
it's just a stack of entendre.
They killed that ending. They did so well with that ending of the first season.
Nomad and Scout. Friends.
Her
Forever.
at the ending, like during the credits and whatnot, sitting there talking
As Nomad.
as the Nomad.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Her doing that deeper voice,
Yeah.
fucking talking as him. Oh my
It's
god.
not bad. I just thought that you perfectly encapsulated my personality.
No, that worked together. I cannot wait for the second season of
Same.
this.
Very much the same.
Do we know whenabouts we might see that?
Next
Have they-
year.
Next summer. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I mean, I imagine it'll probably follow the same schedule as this year. So
I know.
get RVB, Camp. No, well, I wonder if we'll get a split season this time too. If we'll do the whole thing at once.
Yeah, we'll probably get our Day 5 season 3 next year.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Hope so.
Nomad. I wonder if we're going to get the first half of the season early next year, like we did this one.
They might do it like they do fucking The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Get half a season and
Mhm.
then get the other half at the
Yeah.
end. Which isn't a bad idea.
No, I don't think so.
It works well.
It definitely worked for this season. Like, there are a lot of moments I enjoy in the first half of the season, especially towards the later part of it. But the second half, after they came back from the break, is just shot off. Like, it's been so good, and each episode has been better than the last. culminating in probably up there with Camp is one of my favorite season finales that RT has done.
Oh yeah. I just want crunch time. I just want it so bad.
Write him a letter. Write him a handwritten letter.
Write to Bernie.
Dear Bernie Burns.
I realize you're working on a lot of things, Mr. Bernie Burns, but
he writes you. He like emails you back. He's like, I thought this was a little kid.
I at heart, Mr. Burns, I am, but overall, the show Crunch Time deserves to have a second season. You left it on such a high note, and the show itself was brilliant.
And if you ever want to see your child again, I mean, sorry, what? No.
So,
That's a good idea.
no. So with this,
Oh. Never mind. Yeah, not a good idea.
Yeah.
The
Not-
kidnapping. It's not a good idea. Help me. We're gonna get this to happen. It's a terrible. Nolan, shut up. It's a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea. And so with this, we are entering into a small dark age in RT animation. For the next few weeks, we'll have a little bit of a pause, and so we'll be taking a break from the first word for a little bit.
But
and
the
then-
Ginlock is coming.
Ruby.
That's what I was just getting to. Genlock's not coming until next year,
January.
January, which is
January.
next year. But on October 24th, we will be getting Ruby Volume 6.
Dude,
Ruby,
that's
Ruby,
my
Ruby.
birthday.
Do ya?
I think it's the 24th for the actual release of the premiere, and then the 27th is when it will go up on first. We should go see that if we can find somewhere close to go see the premiere.
That would be cool.
That'd be awesome. I would love to go do that. Definitely.
But for now, this will be your last.
My birthday's the
Tomorrow is
24th, and it's
canceled.
coming out on my birthday.
Clocks
Happy
be
birthday.
reset.
Everyone wish Aaron a happy birthday.
Wish it to me. I'm wishing it right now. Only for Ruby. Fuck my birthday. Let's go watch Ruby together, guys.
Yeah, come watch Ruby with us. And
Do it for my birthday. Fuck Nolan. Do it for my birthday.
Don't do anything except kidnap
Be a
Bernie
silly
Burns'
bitch.
child. If you want to see your kid again, make crunch time somehow. I don't even think you're that involved with that show.
so
He's an executive producer.
That's fine. That's close enough.
I mean, Bernie and Matt are executives on literally
Everything. Yeah.
Let's
I
kidnap
have
his
to- I have to
kid.
check Fandom
Bernie,
every
we're
week.
stealing your children.
We'll grab Matt's kid too.
It was
Does Matt have a kid?
it was Nolan's idea. Yeah, he has kids.
I thought so.
It was Nolan's idea, but we're stealing your children. Until you make crunch time. I'm coming for
Your
you.
children weren't my idea. My idea was to steal your children. You're not watching.
Yet.
So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, because we'll be back in a few weeks with more First Word. And of course, we'll have another Fandom Nonsense for you next week. And we had the first episode of Child's Play coming out on Friday.
Yep, on Friday.
Up on Friday. Got a new episode of Couch Lock. It's me and Aaron watching Zelda, the old 1989 cartoon.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Oh my god.
And we have anything else dropping this week?
Not this week, but in October we have a whole fulfilled fun shorts coming out.
Oh yeah, October is gonna be a lot of fun. New episodes of Does It Science coming out. Like I said, more Couch Lock, Child's Play, Fandom Nonsense. And
Get rid of this bullshit. You
No,
need to
man.
get fucking lab coat ready, you cock.
I'm gonna have a beard and a shaved head.
No, make
Yes! I get to shave it. If
No.
you ever decide to cut your hair, I'm cutting it and we're recording it.
That will never happen.
make
You
sure
know how quickly that shit's gonna happen.
make sure to
Not
like
ever.
and subscribe. Head over to Facebook.
I can cut hair. I do really good at
And-
it.
That
Like
may
I
be
s-
the case.
Like I said,
I'm not gonna find out.
follow us on Twitter and Instagram and all the things, because who knows, some things might get something special on
Like
on
me
everything.
cutting Nolan's hair. Nolan, come on. It will get views.
No.
It's gonna happen. See you guys later.
Bye.